Hey y'all, Countryman here. You remember last year in January that my computer died and Lady B and Country Living E Oregon Style 61 sent the cops after me because my computer died? Well, that's what happened the last couple of weeks because I didn't have making a video. The computer that I bought last year, the hard drive crashed on it. And it's nothing that I've done wrong or anything, but the hard drive crashed and it comes up, cannot find hard drive. So that's where I went. The computer I'm on now is the one that died on me last year. I have fiddled with it. I took it apart, cleaned it, redone it and everything. And one of the major problems that I have with it is the settings for the firewall was all the way to maximum and it wouldn't let me get online. It wouldn't let me open any programs. Everything was considered a virus. And this was a 2-year-old computer when I got it 2 years ago. But it is working, and I'm going to save my money up and get me a new computer. In the meantime, this one's doing just fine. When your computer's down and for a week and a half and you don't have anything to do and you can't sit and watch Netflix all day or YouTube videos or whatever, what you do is you can you take your hamburger meat and you take about 5 pounds of that and you fry it off, and then you rinse it off and you dehydrate it, and you come up with a quart of hamburger rocks. And then you go to the grocery store and you buy 12 bell peppers for $1.29 for 4 each, and then you come home and you dehydrate all them, and then you buy 5 pounds of garlic for $3.99 a pound, so 4 times 5 is $20 worth of garlic, and you come home and you take 6 hours at a time sitting here and watching the DVDs that I had from last year when my computer broke, and you chop them all up in slices and you put them on the dehydrator, and then you when they get dry you grind them up and you come up with about 1.5 quarts of garlic powder that you'll never go back to the store and buy again. Once you do it yourself, you will be hooked. Oh man, that stuff is 3 times stronger than what you get in the store. I've back up about 2 months ago, my kitchen sink was stopped up for about 3 or 4 days before the maintenance man could come over here and run a snake down through it and unplug it. So I had dishes from that, all my extra dishes and stuff, and my meat grinders and pots and pans that I brought down when I moved from Ohio to here. I had 3 boxes full of stuff that I've taken time to wash, put up, set up, and a whole bit, and I've got a few more things to wash up, and then all the dishes in the house will be washed and cleaned up. I've got a bad habit. I'm a Scorpio. I like everything out where I can see it, which makes a lot of people mad. I really don't care. But cleaning up the house, straightening it up a little bit. I've got 3 big heads of cabbage, actually 2 now, that I'm going to either dehydrate or can in the next couple of days. My goal for 2014, by the beginning of 2014, was to have all the jars in the house I had, quart jars here, with something in it. Well, I got down to less than 2 dozen because I was using stuff off the shelf, making preps. I don't prep it and forget it. I rotate my stock and I eat it. I bought 3 big pork butts. I canned 2 of them. That got me 14 quart jars of pork on the shelf. 2 of them didn't seal. Put them in the fridge. I used them over the next 4 days after that. Hamburger, I've got I don't know, 7 or 8 quarts sealed back. I've got 1 quart of the hamburger rocks. I've got cabbage. I got 8 quarts of cabbage. All my dehydrating that E-Oregon style, country style E-Oregon 61 has got me started on. I've got 2 full shelves of stuff that I can. I'm trying to get the light going here. For some reason, I got dark. I've been dehydrating a lot. My grocery store down here, I'm not going to talk bad about them, because if the stuff is on sale, it's a decent price. It's all the stuff that's not on sale that you're going to pay 3 prices for. But one of the things they do have is you go in the store and you go straight down to the produce section. Sometimes they have good sales on the right on produce, but if you go all the way to the end and turn left, they got a buggy there, and it's all the marked down produce that they have for the day. My last food haul, I got 10 2-pound bags of carrots. That's 20 pounds of carrots. I wound up, I dehydrated some, and I canned, and I got 14 quarts of dehydrated carrots, and they turned out pretty good. I like them, and believe it or not, I can open up a jar of them, put them in a skillet or in a pan, and well, yesterday I had 2 hamburger patties for dinner and some carrots. Tonight I had 2 more hamburger patties, and I sliced up one of my cabbage and boiled it, and I had cabbage and vinegar and hamburger patties. I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm doing a whole lot better than what I was. I'm rambling on this video. Deal with it if you don't like it. I love you anyway. I've been doing exercises, leg lifts in the bed, and trying to get everything moving around. I'm not as mobile as I was. I'm still fat. I know that, but I'm trying. Plus, I'm doing a lot of prepping, a lot of canning. If it goes on sale, I've already got my bills set aside for next month, and I know how much money I got above that to prep with. I've got a million different things that I want to buy. I might buy some more 22 shells. I don't even have a 22. I ain't worried about that. I might save up some money for a rainy day. I do that a little bit. What is on sale right now is I can get quart jars for $9.99. I know for a fact come canning season they're going to be 13, 14 bucks. So if I can get them for $10 a dozen, I may stock up on that. Don't know what's going to be on sale come the first of the month when I get my Social Security check that I can, but I'll be doing that. I'm getting ahead a little bit at a time each month, each payday, on stuff that I prep back. I talked to a good friend of mine. We talk daily, and well, it's Country Living E-Oregon Style 61. Look her up. She is into dehydrating big time. I love her to death. She's a good woman, and she keeps me motivated. Cheryl on the Hill, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she keeps me motivated too. Well, actually, we motivate each other. I tell her all the stuff I've done. She tells me all the stuff she does. And somewhere we come up with more ideas to keep each other going. I'm from Missouri. My hands are going 100 miles an hour. Those 3 pork butts now, I took the fat cap off of them and everything. And I rendered that down. I got a 10-quart Dutch oven. I put that on low, I filled it halfway up full of water, and I started throwing that fat in there. I cooked it for 2 days. Out of those 3 pork butts, I come up with a plastic grocery bag about half full, almost half full of fat. Once I rendered it down, I come up with a quart of pure lard. This is not sealed. I was hoping it would, but it didn't. This will go rancid if you leave it out too long, or I wish I had a root cellar because it needs to stay cool. But I put it in the fridge and it stays good. As long as it's cool, it'll be okay. And yesterday morning, I don't do mornings. Morning is 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me. I checked my mail. There is a bag hanging on my front porch. I thought somebody had given me 2 things of buttermilk. Where's the lid at? Right there and right there. I thought they had given me buttermilk. Well, I stick my finger in it and I'm going, that's not buttermilk. It's more rendered lard from somewhere, and I had no idea where it comes to, but these are 2 more quarts, so I got 3 quarts of lard. Come to find out, my neighbor across the street, his name is Sam, his wife works at a it's called Tudor's, a biscuit restaurant, and they bring home the pure bacon fat. If you can see in the bottom of it, you can see the bacon bits in there, and that is pure bacon fat. So I know it's not the best in the world for you, but you talk about good with some potatoes, or making some homemade tortillas, or everybody knows lard's got 100 million different uses. If nothing else, I can stick me a string in this and that'll burn for days as far as having a lighting. I'm doing good. Countryman's still alive. I got a lot of good intentions for this year. I've already accomplished a lot. My project for tomorrow is cutting up 2 basketball size heads of cabbage and putting them on the dehydrator. I want to apologize. I don't even know if she'll see the video or not, but Pet Prepper over a year ago gave me a what do you call them? The Wonder Box ovens, or the, you know, that you put your pot in. Well, I overfilled it and I shoved it back in the box and never done anything about it. I pulled it out of the closet today. I sucked all the extra beads out of it into my vacuum cleaner. I cleaned out my vacuum cleaner and put all the beads in there. I'll take them out and put them in a bag. And my Wonder Box oven is good to go. And I am going to experiment on it and try to get a you know, a couple of Wonder Box recipes going. I finally got enough stuff dehydrated back, my hamburger rocks and different things that I can do meals in a jar. Got a couple of recipes on there, and things are looking up, and got all kinds of stuff going, and all I can say is slow but sure. I got a bird in my head that's saying 2015 is going to be rough on all of us, and the more we can do, I'm not saying everybody to get paranoid and everything, but put stuff back. You may need it for a rainy day. My saying is, prep it today, because tomorrow you might wake up hungry. I'm fat, I'm old, I got a bad mitral about in my heart, I can barely walk, but I'm prepping. I'm doing a little bit as I can. More videos to come, and if I can do it, anybody can. God bless. Countryman out for now. Glad to be back.